Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 555.5 episode of Constructed Criticism. I'm your host, Mason, joined by my co-host, Abe Stein.
Hey, how's it going, Mason?
Good, good. So you're going to probably see it from your podcast, wherever you're watching this. The length is pretty short. That's because this week is kind of a crazy week. Spencer has some real life stuff going on. The RC's coming up. We're both super busy. And we honestly kind of even mentioned this at the end of last week's episode that it was unclear what we should be doing for this week's episode. And we didn't really have anything that was super great. And just given how everything had gone, we thought it was better to come back here and sort of give you our quick distilled thoughts on what you should play this weekend for RC Hartford. And then go back and listen to last week's episode if you want more in detail stuff, because not a lot has changed in that week.
Yeah, I think the last week we did a really, really great job of going over a lot of what's going on in the format outside of Izzet. So if you're someone who's, averse to playing Izzet for whatever reason you are, and you've already made peace with that, there's a lot of information there. I know there's a lot of other deck lists that have come out. There's a few other RCs that happen where you can draw inspiration from, but, I would feel remiss if I didn't encourage people to play the deck that I'm playing. If you're looking for a good list to go to personally, I've got a lot of trust in Matt Tumovich, who actually, at the time of this recording, just made top 4 of the Standard Challenge this afternoon, with the deck he's been working and tuning with. So I completely endorse his list. I'll be playing something very close to what he settles on as I'm working with him. But yeah, I think that if you're looking for content to consume, there's also plenty of good episodes in backlog. I think Playing Matches That Matter, which we recorded before RCDC last fall, is a great one if you're looking for something just a little bit different, a little bit timeless, having to listen to. But just with kind of the way Standard has broken and with the way that our personal lives have been, there wasn't room to kind of scrap another Standard episode of telling you guys to play to get something a little more valuable. And really what's most valuable is to tell you guys, play Izzet. Like, it is the real deal. It's the truth. If you can, do it. If the Pro Tour is your goal, do it. It's going to give you your best chance. Mason, I don't know if you have anything else.
No, I think Izzet's great. It would be the deck I was playing if I was going up to Hartford this weekend. I'm not, but it is just such a good deck. It is so powerful. I watch players win with it in spots where their opponent seemingly has everything that they're supposed to have, right? Like their game plan's being executed, they overpower it. I watch players, just sort of like beat people because you're so fast and proactive while also being able to go long. So, they have these really good early games, got their opponent down to 6, the game stalls out, and eventually they win. The deck is the real deal. It is very, very good. And even if there is some new deck that pops up this weekend, right, that let's say Team Sanctum found. This is all hypothetical. They find it, and there's like 30 of them with this deck. It was still the right choice to play Izzet, because with the knowledge we all have right now, nothing is like beating this deck and being the field consistently enough, at least in my mind, and is like powerful enough to warrant playing it over Izzet. There are lots of other good decks, but I think Izzet is just the best deck in Standard.
Yeah, so, couldn't say it better myself.
Thank you all so much for listening. This is a quick episode. We're going to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Mana Traders. You can go to manatraders.com, and I believe use code CCMTG3 right now to sign up to get 10% off your first month. You can also look in our description for my brain broke, Arena Decklist Tracker, and we have that there as well.
Untap.gg, baby.
Untap.gg, thank you for that Arena Decklist Tracker. You can download it there. It's a great way to sort of look at some things and happen. And then also a huge shout out to our patrons for helping support the show. If you want to become a patron of the show, you go to patreon.com/ccmtg. It's one of the benefits. You get to ask questions on normal episodes of the show, and we'll go over those while also being a Discord that's very active with lots of conversation from, what's going on in Magic today to the tournaments we're playing this weekend to let's talk about the fun spoilers. So if you love the show and you want to give back, that's a great way to do it and get a little out of it as well. Thank you all so much for listening to this mini episode of CCMTG, and we'll see you all next week for another episode.